And joining me now for the latest is Headlines Today's Deputy Editor Rohini Swami. She joins us from Bangalore with the latest. Headlines Today's Shivarur with me in the newsroom, and also Dr. Jitendra Nagpal, Senior Consultant Psychiatry and Child Psychology, also joins us on the broadcast, as does Utsav Bains, a child's rights activist. Rohini, I want to come to you first. What does the child being differently abled have to do with this crime, or the special teacher or the shadow teacher that the school authorities are talking about? What is he trying to get at?
Well, they're mixing two issues. One, the child may be a specially abled child, which is a different thing. It has nothing to do with the whole heinous crime that has happened on her. But the other thing is of the shadow teacher or the maid that they're talking about. Now, the shadow teacher or maid is supposed to be with the child right from the child when she arrives in school till she leaves the school. That is, the child is accompanied by her. She's in class. If she goes out to eat food, where she goes out to her sports activities, the shadow teacher or the maid should be with her. The school allows this because she's slightly hyperactive and she has special abilities, and that is why she has been allowed to be deputed a shadow teacher of this sort. Now, the question is, when the child moved out of class, where was the shadow teacher, or where was this maid? The second question, if she was there with her, this heinous crime wouldn't have happened. The most important thing is that, did the shadow teacher know about it after the assault took place? If she did, why did she not tell the parents? A lot of unanswered questions here. The school management is now blaming the parents indirectly by saying the parents are the ones who pay for the shadow teacher, who pay for that maid to be deployed in that school. And so, why is the police not questioning the maid or the shadow teacher?
Okay.
Why is the police not questioning the parents?
Why have the police not spoken to the shadow teacher so far, Rohini?
Well, what I know from my sources after my meeting with the police is that they are speaking and they are questioning the shadow teacher. They are speaking to the maid at this point of time. There are a lot of unanswered questions that we need to bring. But yes, the questioning is happening. No formal arrest has been shown. But yes, she has been detained for questioning.
Okay, the shadow teacher has been detained. Shiv, is there more to it than meets the eye? Is there something that the police are not talking about? Initially, the school seems to be diverting the line of investigation here.
Well, you know, there are several different points to make in this, this explosive twist, Gaurav. Where was this, supposed shadow teacher when the crime was being committed? If she was supposed to be deployed with this child who the school PRO says, suffers from attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or ADHD, then where was this supposed maid or ayah or shadow teacher or whatever you want to call it when the crime was actually being committed? Which brings you to the next point, which is, if she wasn't there when the crime was committed, then obviously it's another lapse on the school. So the school may have actually shot themselves in the foot by talking about this particular shadow teacher. Point number B, why have we not heard about this shadow teacher just yet? Several people have been questioned so far. Information has been sought from the family of this little girl. Why are we only hearing about this shadow teacher for the first time now, and why is it the school PRO who's come out and said it? Point number 3, and probably most importantly, like Rohini just pointed out, the shadow teacher has been detained. She's been questioning. Have there been lapses in the investigation at the crime scene by eyewitnesses and people who were there at the school?
Okay.
Why is this information only coming out now?
Yes.
Which points to the possibility that circumstantial evidence and testimony may have already missed the bus on some very crucial aspects,
yes,
which will lead to nailing, the people responsible for this terrible crime.
Stay on with me. Let me also bring in Utsav Bains on the broadcast. Utsav, when you look at the school's explanation, how fair are they to blame parents for this? You're a child's rights activist. Is the school trying to divert attention and shift the blame? Its own responsibility, it appears to be shirking now.
I mean, Gaurav, I completely agree with this fact. I mean, when the child enters the school, according to the law also, it's written in the Children's Act, I think, of 1980s, that it is the responsibility of the school, once the child comes under the protection of the school, once the child enters the jurisdiction of the school, parents are trusting the school. And now the school is putting the blame on the parents. I mean, this is absolutely, absolutely shocking. Not only the investigations are going at a snail's pace, but also it seems that they are bringing into light shadow teacher. They are trying to totally hush up the case,
yes,
and not bring to justice the perpetrators of this heinous crime. I mean, I am trying to journalize this issue till the time
Yes.
People who rape a 6-year-old, people who rape a differently abled child
Yes.
are hanged live on Doordarshan. I don't think so. The depravity of these people's mind is going to reform any bit.
Okay.
The Nirbhaya gang rape happened. People have
Yes,
still not been hanged.
that's a different
I'm a lawyer.
debate. That's a
I'm
different
child rights
debate.
activist.
Punishment for those who
I
rape children.
completely agree, but
and increasingly people are saying that those who rape children should be hanged, but that's a different debate. Rohini, if we were to talk about this particular case, in this case now the chairman of the school has been arrested. Stringent sections of the IPC and on POCSO, we are told, applied on him. But what about those who were there in school that time, the management of the school, those who are alleged to have hushed up this case, cleaned up the child and told her not to speak to her parents about this? Is the police investigating there? Any arrests of the management of the school?
Well, the chairman is a school management, Rustam Kerawala, has been arrested. The reason why is that what we've been told is that he has not basically shared information about what happened in the school to the police. The moment it came to his notice, it was his responsibility to have told the police. The school management basically they are saying that they did not know till the police came to their doorstep, but that's not true what the police say. Another thing, yes, in terms of the people who have been involved, they are being detained, they are being questioned. And what I also know right now, and what they're again telling me, the sources in the police, are that all those people involved,
okay,
first from the principal, the teacher, the shadow teacher, the nurse who the child was taken to,
yes,
as well as the person who took the child to the nurse. All of them have been detained, are being questioned, because they need to find out. And this, let me tell you right now, is based on the CCTV footage that they have been analyzing. 200 hours of footage they have, and now they have crucial evidence in that. They say, based on that, they know for the fact that there are certain people who have been accompanying the child from one place to another. Like
yes,
the shadow teacher has taken the child to the nurse. The nurse also has then taken the child after that, after treatment, to the class teacher. All these people who have been involved are now being questioned, and their involvement and their role is being thoroughly investigated.
Absolutely, they have had a role to play. A crime took place. They were aware of that crime. As you rightly point out, there's CCTV footage. Why should action not be taken against them? Let this be a lesson for all class teachers, for all nurses, for all principals in schools across this country. For the moment, Shivarur and Rohini Swami, many thanks for joining me.